Hey everyone, this is Austin Schur here with We Write About Music, and today I'm speaking with Cayden Penner. He's got a brand new record out. It's called Fun Times, Good Vibes, and I'm super excited to talk to him all about it. Cayden, I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to do this. How are you doing today? What's going on?
Thank you. I'm doing good. I'd like to thank you for the opportunity for the interview.
Absolutely.
Doing really good. Thank you.
Nice. Well, listen, let's hop right into this. This record is, like I mentioned before we started recording, it is super fun. Like legitimately, it screams summer to me. What was sort of the thought process in like the tone of the record before you started writing it and putting it all together?
Thank you. I appreciate that. Sort of the idea was just like a summery album that has like nice vibes, go kind of all the summer spirits. It was kind of just like the idea of a vinyl record where you have the fun time side and the good vibe side, kind of like a side A and side B sort of thing.
Yeah, no, and I think you fully nailed that at this point. Like, especially with all the genre playing around with that you've done, there's cool samples going on as well. What is, I mean, so this is a little complicated, but you operate as a solo artist, at least in the name. How does it work on the production side of things and putting things all together?
For sure. So I do a lot of I write my own lyrics and I do my own beats. I understand a lot of basic musical composition. I'm learning about mastering. We recorded at a studio private ear recording in Winnipeg, which was really cool. It's a really awesome studio. I was working with a producer named Terrence who helped me, do the mastering and put it all together and did a lot of the sound engineering and stuff in it, which was really nice.
Sure.
But yeah, for
Um,
the most part, it is just a solo operation. All the music and ideas came from me.
That's honestly, that is so impressive because putting a record together nowadays is incredibly complicated, especially the production side of things. I feel that sometimes it's like speaking another language because, you as an independent artist, it's like you're expected to do all these things from like the blueprints of the record, the lyrics, the beats, the production, the mixing, the mastering, and to have a little bit of help at the end of the day with things that you might not know as well is so important.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
Definitely helps quite a lot. It's like a really big in scope when you look at everything going on.
Yeah, completely. I do want to talk about the production though, because I feel that this record kind of goes a bunch of different ways. Like obviously, I feel that it's hip hop based, but you also have elements of R&B, tons of pop, lots of soul coming through. But then you're legitimately just having fun with it. Like you're saying what you want, you're doing what you want. Yeah, I guess when before you started, was this always the record that you wanted to make?
Yeah, it's a really good question. Thank you. I totally agree. I think that was pretty much the direction I was going with it. Just the kind of the mixing of genres and stuff. And I tried to have like certain genres at the front of the album and it kind of transitions to a different sort of vibe by the end of the album. And I just think that all of them really blend together for that sort of summery vibe.
Totally. No, I fully agree here. Um, and so yeah, I would love to hear it from you. Like again, there's tons of genres going on, plenty of influence. How are you sort of explaining this record to people when they ask you like, "Oh, you made an album? What's it about?"
For sure, the basic pitch that I like to give people is sort of the fun times and good vibes side. It's all about like, fun times is the party and then having fun in the summer, and good vibes is more of like just chilling around and relaxing and, community with your friends and family.
Right. No, I fully agree. I think that's about as close as you can get there. But like I said, you really do incorporate so much going on in this record that yes, it does pull from all those influences, but at the same time, it does feel original and fresh. Like you're not afraid to say what you want, and it kind of goes all the ways, which is awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. And considering this is your debut, how long did it take to put together?
Took a long time. It's coming from ideas that date back as long as like, since I was in high school, just piecing together sort of rap ideas and stuff and kind
Yeah.
of slowly built into this whole like album idea, just 3 years of
Yeah,
kind of
no.
putting together pieces.
That makes sense. I think, from an independent artist standpoint, there's so much pressure to put out singles for years and then finally put out an EP or an album. But I actually like what you did. If it were me, I would go the album route because it shows a complete body of work. Like it shows the vision that went into it, and I think you kind of nailed it on the first attempt here, which is awesome.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I think it does serve as like a good portfolio, sort of what I'm about a bit.
Absolutely. And then, especially you as an independent artist, because it gets to the point where it's like, you know, I think everybody that starts out is just an enjoyer of music, and something goes off inside of them where it's like, you know what? I think that I could do this. I think that maybe I should try doing it. Was there a moment where you're like, I think I want to make music, or was it just a series of events that led you there?
Yeah, absolutely. It was kind of like I'd say it's more of like a slow burn process. I just became more and more passionate the more I would like explore ideas in it or practice. I think when I started going to open mics and meeting the community and everyone started singing together and I felt like that sort of unison in everyone and like
Yeah.
an energy flows through everyone in that room. That's what really kind of put me on loving sort of music and the vibes that you can share with it.
Totally. What was the general reaction the first time you played, these open mics with this music?
I got like just lots of applause, lots of people saying that they like the ideas and it has a cool, funky sound to a lot of the songs and stuff.
Nice. That's cool.
It's really nice.
And then, obviously we got to talk about influences here because, and again, I keep saying it, but it's true. It's like you span so much sound. Like I feel that there's even tons of like original hip hop coming on, like in 80s and 90s here, but then you've modernized it as well. Who did you grow up listening to, and who did you sort of take cues from when making this record?
For sure, I listened when I was growing up. I listened to a lot of like Dr. Dre or Kendrick Lamar and Eminem. Took a lot of inspiration from like Bob Marley too, with a lot of the more like reggae elements in it.
Cool, man.
And a lot of pop music too. I really like just that sort of sound that you hear on radio and stuff.
Hell yeah. No, man, it all comes through. But again, like that's sort of the complicated thing with influences is for you, you don't want to make a record that sounds exactly like that, but
For
you still
sure.
want to sort of pay homage to the people that you listen to and the music that you're making now. So I think you did a good job of not ripping anyone off, is what I'm saying.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, man, totally. And then I want to talk about lyrics here because, some of these songs I feel are very reflective of, maybe whatever you've gone on in your life, but some are just straight up fun and you're just screwing around talking about whatever. So like what inspired you, I suppose.
I think the beautiful thing about lyricism, and I've been writing for a long time, and a lot of it is like when you kind of get yourself in that artistic flow state, it's almost like the words are writing for you. Like there's almost a spirit kind of helping guide you in where you're trying to take the sort of vibe of the song.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. And then, especially for you as you're just starting out and you got the debut record out, have you thought about a follow-up at all?
Yeah, for sure. I have lots of ideas and plans. I was thinking probably maybe either working on singles. I have another like few albums that like are kind of in the workshop right now, but to
Another
like kind of
few
keep the
albums?
yeah, for sure. Just lots of ideas and songs,
Okay,
just kind of like
okay.
hard drives and stuff to work on. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Do you plan on experimenting with your sound?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to get into like a lot of sort of weirder stuff. I don't want to go too off the rails really quick, but I do like the idea of like getting really experimental and trying to push, music and the way everything's kind of seen.
Nice. How so? Like in the production or in the
Yeah,
lyricism?
absolutely. I'd say a lot of it to do with like the production and musical composition. I'd like to sort of blend so the whole song tells the story and the vibe. That's sort of the idea of music. I also got into this idea I've been playing with of like soundscapes and stuff, where like
Oh,
the
nice.
sounds of what's going on in your story kind of are the music.
Right. No, that's cool, man. I mean, that's the joy of experimenting. And it's also the joy of not having like a label or someone being like, this is the music that you need to make. Like you have the freedom to
Yeah,
do
for
whatever
sure.
you want. So that's amazing.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. And then the actual like process of making, what comes first for you? Is it you writing lyrics down, or is it coming up with beats and production? Like what does it look like?
It depends on the song. A lot of the more musical sort of songs, like the good vibes, I would have just started with like a beat and then felt really vibey. So I started writing lyrics to it as I went. And then there's a lot of songs with a lot of really intricate lyricism and stuff going on where I'll usually start with the lyrics and the idea of the song first and then build the music around
Sure.
it. So
Nice.
it kind of depends.
Yeah. No, of course it depends. And I think that's also the beauty of it is like there's no right way to write a song. You know
For
what I'm
sure.
saying? Like however it happens, that's how it happens. But at the end of the day, as long as you're happy with the final result, it doesn't matter how you got there. So
For sure.
very cool. And then you said that you've had the opportunity to play some of these songs live, which is awesome. Do you plan on getting back out there and continuing to play live and potentially tour?
Yeah, absolutely. That would hopefully be the end goal. I'm actually starting, there's a remix I'm working on with a artist that lives in Vegas that goes by the name of Jackal.
Oh, sweet.
We're gonna do a performance of that pretty soon in August and trying to get back on the stages, work on my stage presence and stuff.
Of course. And listen, I think collaborating with other artists is the best way to get your name out there. Getting your
For
name
sure.
on songs because, I mean, you and I both know that being an independent artist, like sometimes it's a full-time job in terms of the marketing and the pushing the music and the writing of it and making it is like half the battle of actually getting it heard. So these
Absolutely.
collaborations and utilizing other marketing techniques for people, like it's so important for the future. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Okay. Hypothetically speaking, who would be like a dream collaboration for you?
A dream collaboration for me.
Yeah.
That's so like how hypothetical? Do you want to get into like any artist throughout history or someone that
Any
like
artist throughout history, dead or alive, doesn't matter.
yeah, fair enough. I think something like working with Jimi Hendrix would be really cool. Just like the soulful
Yeah,
guitar like that is insane. I think I could do
totally.
some really cool trippy music with him. I think that'd be fun.
That'd be awesome, dude. Listen, if he ever comes back to life, I'll let him know that you want to collab and you guys can do your thing. Just playing.
Absolutely.
Just kidding. Off this record, is there a favorite song of yours to perform?
Favorite song of mine to perform. I like the song Community because it has that repetitive, chorus and stuff. And it's one of those songs where you can get more people to sing along to like the chorus and stuff. And
Nice. Yeah,
that's
that
always
makes
fun. I
sense.
like like especially that communal aspect of music.
Yeah, especially in a live setting. Like if the words are easy enough and people can sing them back to you in the same show, then you've got a fan for life. That's what it's all about.
It's perfect.
Very cool. Well, listen, we're recording this like midway through the year at this point. You said that you've got plans in August for a collaboration coming, which I'm excited about. Is there anything left this year that is in the works and on the way potentially?
I'm gonna be working a lot on this album just to like have a fan base and have sort of
Yeah.
landing page to show people. Um, so I think a lot of it's gonna be a lot like kind of working on sort of live shows and promoting the album for this year.
Nice, man. That's awesome. Well, listen, I have a couple more questions for you. I want to know, like, as a maker of music, I assume you're always listening to music. Are there any records that have come out this year that have you super excited? Something that you've immediately taken influence from?
It's a good question. Oh no, I kind of listen to lots of different music. I don't have any particular genre or album that I like really stay glued to.
Yeah,
So it's kind of hard to say.
that's okay. And if there isn't an answer, that's cool too.
Fair enough. I think that's the best answer I can give. I listen to too much music.
Yeah, sometimes that's a problem, but it's a good problem because whether you like it or not, the music that you're listening to and absorbing, it somehow comes out in the music that you're making. So that's
That's
awesome.
awesome. That's cool.
Yeah, man. And then listen, essentially the last thing here for you is, people who are going to discover you from either listening or watching this, what is sort of an opening message or something that you'd like to say to them before they listen to this album for the first time?
Hmm. I think that it's all about fun times and good vibes, and you just gotta kind of share the like good vibes, and have fun times with the ones you love.
And that's a solid answer.
It's kind of what it's
Um,
all about.
that is what it's all about. Well, listen, Cayden, I want to thank you so much for taking the time. But before we wrap up here, I want to plug this record for everyone out there. If you've made it this far, I'm talking with Cayden Penner. The record is called Fun Times, Good Vibes. And of course, as always, we'll have the links in our article and everywhere else that you can listen. share, follow along, stay tuned for more. This is cool, man, because you're right at the beginning of what's going to be a great career. The first record is so
Yeah,
important, but the fact that you're working on more is equally as important. And I'm excited to see where this goes.
I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Austin.
Yeah, man, you're very welcome. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day and I hope to speak soon. Yeah, man, take care.
You as well. Thank you.
Awesome.
Take
See you
care.
later. Bye bye.
Take care.